Godzilla Minus One. Yes, sir. This is the review right here. So I want to start off by saying the normies was on to something this time. Usually I don't even pay attention to what the normies have to say. You know, people that just hype up everything and ride bandwagons. But this is a bandwagon. I'm like, you know what? I need a ticket. Let me go ahead and hop on this. So usually, I am not the type to be like, yes, I wholeheartedly agree. But this one, I kind of give an exception, kind of. So every movie reviewer and their mama was out here like, yeah, this right here puts a shame to Hollywood. This right here is just a Hollywood killer. It's like, dude, apparently people have not been watching Bollywood movies. They haven't been watching Nollywood movies. They haven't been watching like Asian cinema in general. Hollywood has been like on a slight decline, like since what, 2010, just being fair, about 2010 period. But yeah, so anyway, Godzilla Minus One, the human aspect, the human story right here already is a good 6 out of 10 already. So the human aspect with the war going on, lives are lost, families are destroyed. We get this guy that's supposed to do what he has to do, but doesn't do it. He doesn't pull the trigger. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do. He did that at least twice. And then he has the Punisher PTSD syndrome where he's not badass, but he's badass when he needs to be, but he suffers a lot and does all that screaming like he's about to lose his ever-loving mind. It's like, bruh, I can see why, because he got a whole lot of blood on his hands from him not taking care of business. And even when he has the opportunity to live a happy life with a woman and a baby and all that kind of stuff, have a diverse family and all that kind of mess, he's like, my war isn't over. My battle is not yet won. I'm like, okay. So when it comes to any other human story, any other human tale that revolves in the Godzilla storyline, I'm going to give it to him. This right here takes it. This right here is just blown out the water. Like, this right here doesn't touch anything from Shin Godzilla. This right here doesn't touch anything from like the 2000s human aspect story-wise. So human-wise, they get it. And then when we get to Godzilla, Godzilla's kind of like an evolving form, a creature of nature. Like, we get the whole metaphor of war and the Hiroshima bomb and all that, but it's like this right here takes it to a whole other level. Like, this dude was just here. He was a small life form, a small organism. Like, he was still bigger than humans. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. But he was a lot more crankier and uglier. But when Godzilla got to his alpha form, his Giga Chad form, I was like, yes, that boy was so handsome. And when I say I've never been afraid to be in the water since a Jaws movie, this right here captured it, because I've worked on boats before. I know about all the rigging of boats, setting the anvils and everything like that or whatever, the rig and what's the word I want to say? Starboard, port, starboard, and all that kind of stuff, man. It's just seeing boats just brings me back to the times. But when I say I didn't want to be on that rickety ass boat with those guys shooting that little Tommy gun, the little machine gun at Godzilla, whoo! My balls, man. The balls were on fire. The balls was tense. So, and then we seen what they did with Godzilla. I said they. Is Godzilla a them, they, them, she, he? Whatever. But anyway, when I saw what Godzilla did to that damn battleship, just tossed that bitch like a dog toy, I was like, ah! Oh my gosh. I really gotta think, like, do I like this more than I like Shin Godzilla? Cause Shin Godzilla and this Godzilla, I'll say Shin Godzilla did maybe more destruction, but this Godzilla, his destruction, it hits you on a personal level. It's like, damn, Godzilla, damn, Gojira, like, oh, and Gojira does stuff in this one. This dude definitely went like beyond God mode. Like, this dude was on like a threat of like King Ghidorah, and just the whole just didn't give a F attitude with Godzilla. I was like, gosh, golly. So thoughts. Even though I did butcher some of those guys, and I was doing the whole, yes, this isn't a woke movie. This is the Hollywood killer. This puts Hollywood to shame. Hollywood wants to give us feminist, soy boy, diversity, higher movies, and Godzilla doesn't do that. I can kind of agree with them on this one, but at the same time, it's like, bro, this is a propaganda movie. Like, even, what's the word I want to say? I say propaganda because, like, they dead ass out here in the 1950s. We was talking about building back Japan, making Japan better again, building back better. And I want to fight for my country. I want to rebuild. Like, back in that time frame, cool, but it still was very propaganda-ish. In my opinion. Fast forward now, we got soy boys, femboys, cat girls, people living in trap house cafes, can't even afford rent, can't afford to live, they lying flat. It's like, all the way from then till now, they had the kamikazes. Now we got hikikomori. It's just crazy, the signs of the times. Now we want to lay flat and just destroy everything. But with that being said, thoughts. Beyond going, like I said, with propaganda tactics and everyone being all patriotic, I dig the movie. I like the human aspects. I like the Godzilla aspect even better. This is definitely like a top 10 Godzilla movie right here, easily. And this is easily a top 5 2023 movie right here. I can just give it praises and dislikes and everything, but at the same time, this is a good movie. If you wondering you should watch this, I definitely say watch it, check it out. Godzilla Minus One. This gets a 9 out of 10.